Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes the Week. You can support this channel through PayPal or Subscribestar at the links below, as my YouTube channel has been demonetized, and I don't know how long I can keep making this series of videos. Any and all donations are helpful. Nothing is too big or too small. Also, before I get on with the memes, first a word from today's sponsor. His channel is for MGTOW men looking for philosophy and purpose in today's society. The number one question guys ask me is, how do I find meaning and purpose in life? And Hakan has you covered with politics and current affairs, mixed in from a male perspective. Visit his YouTube channel and see for yourself. Sponsor link is down below. Now on with the memes. Number one, we have Will Simp saying that if women ruled the world, there would be no wars. But anyone that knows history will realize that female rulers have always started more wars than the male ones. Also, anyone who's married would disagree because there's a war going on every week when you're married. Let's not forget that women in close proximity to world leaders also push towards war. This is just projection trying to make it look like men are more violent than women. Up next, we have a bunch of crazy TikTokers jumping off of moving boats at high speed and breaking their necks winning the Darwin Award. 4 people have died in Alabama over the last year doing this. They were the victims of narcissism seeking out online attention. I guess nothing was lost. Number 3 is a guy complaining that he was ghosted by a woman that he made out with. She said that she didn't want to have sex on their first date. This is usually a red flag. If she really wants you, then she's willing to give it up on the first date if you're the best that she can get. She's still watching his stories on Instagram and keeping him in her back pocket as beta bucks if she doesn't find the man that she really wants. Moving on, we have a nurse fired for a secret sex affair with a patient in the parking lots, and he ended up dying. She ended up calling a friend of hers to do CPR on him instead of taking him into the hospital that was attached to that parking lot. Having sex with your nurse, now that's some great customer service. Until, of course, you go into cardiac arrest. Also, note the baby in the background of that picture. She's either a single mother or was cheating on her partner with a patient. Number 5, we have Logan Paul proposing to Leonardo DiCaprio's sloppy seconds. Adam22 is trying to make getting cucked popular these days by telling Logan to let her sleep with another dude. In less than 20 years, I'm sure this will be considered normal in society. Also, look at the green line to tell you who's in the driver's seat in their relationship. Up next, we have an illustration of what girls and boys turn into when they grow up without a father. The only thing that's missing are the hundreds of tattoos to go along with that bad attitude. In reality, some young guys grow up to become serial killers if they don't have that father. Number 7 is a Wayman that's cheating on her boyfriend with her rapist, because apparently it's a way to reclaim the control that she has lost over her body and identity. More than likely, she got caught cheating on her boyfriend and then convinced him and the authorities that the other guy took advantage of her, when in fact it was all consensual. Either that or she has some sort of sick grape fantasy and found frolicking with him to be more fulfilling. Number 8 is Dua Lipa in her stunning silver see-through dress, with a nice behind, but whatever happened to those boobies? Looks to me like it's pancake day. Either that or her footy socks have had a bit of sand at the bottom. Also looks as though she let a 3-year-old choose her tattoos or something. On the bright side, at least she hasn't got fake ones put in yet. But still, it looks like the milk has gone bad and they're starting to resemble fried eggs. Moving on, we have another sign showing us that the Great Resignation continues. This McDonald's is a no-quit restaurant, meaning the workers can't just walk away at any time without consequence. Instead, you have to talk to your manager or supervisor before leaving. What's this world coming to when people just can't leave their jobs permanently, forfeiting their last paycheck because either it doesn't pay enough or their boss abuses them? Number 10 is OnlyFans streaming service. As far as I'm concerned, this is the OnlyFans that I respect. But seriously, I think their TV aspirations are about creating shows that will give them some credibility. It's like Andrew Tate moving away from the camming business that made him a millionaire, and then telling young guys that if they work hard, they can become just as successful as he is or was. Also remember to report the models to the IRS if you send them a donation in the mail. Up next is Nicki Minaj celebrating Papa Bear's first birthday, and by taking some pictures, while some woman named Willie says that she's willing to suckle Papa Bear's Willie because he's so cute. If a man had said this, there would be cops falling in through his skylight to get him. If it's a woman that says it, she doesn't even have to worry about being attacked online for saying it. It makes you wonder which gender has more freedom of speech and can say whatever they want, even if it's perverted. Number 12 is former Blossom actress Maine Bailey, the new host of Jeopardy, feeling irritated and worthless, even though she has the best job in the game show world. She's an actress, game show host, author, member of Mensa with an IQ of 163, as well as being a mother, albeit single mother, and it just goes to show that even if you have everything as a woman, you can still be unhappy pappy. You know you're crying out for help when your podcast is called Maine Bailey's Breakdown. Moving on is a story about an airline that will introduce women-only seating. I bet there'll be very long lines for the toilets. This would be great if they could get men-only planes because we could get a discount for smaller luggage, and fuel savings because men weigh a lot less than women these days. Probably a discount on cleaning too, because we're a lot cleaner when it comes to the airplanes. This female airline should be known as Pink Airways. I hope their pilots also tick off all the black transgender diversity quota boxes too. See you on the air and suddenly on the ground. Number 14, it looks like only 1 in 4 of these men are happy. The one playing Minecraft because at least the game can't argue and nag against him. He looks like he's the only one going his own way too. Unfortunately, unless he's using his free time to gain economic freedom, hit the gym, or grow intellectually, then he's still wasting his time. Use your freedom to gain even more freedom from both females, the state, and elites. Number 15, we have Maggie Murphy, and she says that every male child should be forced to have a vasectomy by the age of 10. And it'll be reversed free of charge when he's in a stable relationship where both he and his partner decide they want children. All of this to end abortion, of course. But do you hear what this really means? Unless you're paired off with a Wayman, then it means you'll be sterile. They completely control their own reproduction, and now they want complete control of male reproduction too. Up next, we have an article promoting 4 exercises that'll make a woman's vag so tight, it'll become a cock guillotine. Are they trying to create a penis flytrap, or are they just trying to fix themselves after they've been run through by tons of guys named Tyrone? Funny enough, there are already women that have dick guillotines. They're called Asian. Number 17, who does this sort of cosplay better? The Asian girl's the American woman on the bottom right. I use woman lightly because that actually looks like a man. I also think that all the Asian women are AI generated, except maybe the top center from Korea. But we all know that Photoshop or AI does it better these days. Moving on is the Spanish climate minister flying to an eco-conference on a private jet, but gets out of a limo 100 yards before the venue to ride a bike for the cameras. She didn't even break a sweat. I'm guessing that it's rules for thee but not for me. She, I'm assuming that's her in the front, would probably fall over with a heart attack if she had to ride the bike from that private jet. Number 19 is a good-looking man telling a woman that if she doesn't want to get abortions that she should avoid sex. She says sex is a human right. But when an unattractive man tells her that sex is a human right, she tells him it isn't everything. But then when the same man gets a love doll and she gets a dildo, she'll say that she has a right to her toy, but that he doesn't have a right to his. Up next is the poster for Barbie that says, she's everything and he's just Ken. This is an actual poster. He doesn't even get to ride shotgun in the car. He's in the back seat like a man baby. I also wonder if they're going to give him a purple eggplant in his pants. And we can clearly see who the dominant one in this relationship is. I wonder if his full name is Ken Cuckington, or if that's just Adam 22 in disguise. Number 21 is a woman trying to turn bad boy thugs into productive, responsible, upstanding citizens. It's called domestication. When the strategy doesn't work, then they blame all men. But when it does work, they leave the man, because he's been broken in and no longer challenged. The goal is to give women some of the things that they want, about half, if they're attracted to you, but never give them everything, or they'll lose interest and leave you. Better yet, you can avoid playing these sorts of games by going your own way. Moving on is a black-pilled meme about the hairstyles that women love versus the hairstyle they hate. Clearly there's no difference except the odd Asian-looking face that goes along with it. Of course, we can build on this and say that after a certain point, say 25 or 30, here's the hairstyle that girls love versus the ones that they hate. Number 23, we have an article from Slate where a woman says that she's a lesbian who's only satisfied by men. This sounds like every lesbian I know. They're always attracted to the idea of sleeping with women, but always complain about having to initiate and a lack of interest in their partners when they do. These kinds of girls need a real sausage from time to time. If you're a chat sexual, you can probably convert every lesbian woman into becoming straight. Maybe that's what attractive male conservatives should be doing out there. Taking one for the team by sleeping with bull dykes, to get them to slim down, grow their hair out, and put on sundresses. Up next is a desperate woman over the age of 34 that is trying to get her million-plus TikTok followers to find her husband. She's offering a $5,000 reward. Maybe we should start making wanted posters like they did in the Wild West, with women's faces on them, and a dollar amount if someone finds a man for them. With the odds that she's asking for, she should just play the lottery. Number 25, and the last one, is a woman that says her son Shaden is her world, and that if you're not man enough to step up and make life great for him, then you need to swipe left. With so many women like this on Tinder these days, you know you're going to sprain your finger swiping left. You just know that Adam 22 would swipe right. I guess the baby daddy wasn't man enough, so now she's looking for a different man. Women better up their game because this sort of shaming tactic hasn't worked for many years now. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Remember that I make these for free, so donate if you can at the PayPal and Subscribe Star links below for more content like this. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.